Hey guys, welcome to the finals. The final match between the finals match between Demonologist and Racquetball. The opener is looks like they decided to go with BGH rather than fastest. I think this is going to play to Racquetball's favor again. He tends to be more of a. I think he went in on the BGH bracket, we've seen him do very, very well in the 1v1 situation. So pretty high APM, pretty good player in general. Demonologist, aka Last Shadow, a pretty well-known player, looking to clean up his image apparently. Got caught for, and actually talking to him, I would say he's a fairly nice guy, and it looks like he's planning on doing some first-person videos here in the near future. I really appreciated him actually. I thought that in the duels he had a lot of interesting things to say. Only reason I didn't have him alongside for a lot of these other games was essentially trying to get it done as quickly as possible, because I leave it right now. It's almost 11 p.m. Actually, let me get an exact time for you. Yeah, it's almost 11 p.m. I leave at 6 a.m. tomorrow to the airport to go fly away for Thanksgiving. So processing these all the night before to get you guys something divisional and also to help charity out here. So bottom right hand corner, we're seeing just a standard one gate opening. Looks like Demonologist is thinking about sealing his front door. Not thinking about sealing his front door. He is sealing his front door. Getting that bunker down, or I'm sorry, that barrack down now to seal it. And it looks like already the probe scout checking that 3 o'clock position, finding nothing, going to go to that upper right hand corner. He's going to come across Demonologist's base very, very, very late. But off that tech upgrade, I don't think it'll play too big a deal. Demonologist isn't going to have the scout on himself for quite some time either. He's doing a pretty standard anti-protoss build, and it looks like I think there was in fact a random, so he did not know that Demonologist was in fact Terran at this stage, so he's going 2-gate. Otherwise, I don't think he would have gone 2-gate at this stage of the match. So, and now putting down a pylon. In fact, I think I had him in when I did the live cast of this. I do know who the winner is, and I do know the love from doing the live cast. FYI, he did say that Demonologist random, so he didn't know what he was quite up against. Demonologist, of course, drawing, which I think is his best race. I know it's not the only race he plays, but Terran. So lucky him. And also going against Racquetball's a bit in the dark, and now he's sending out that SEV scout. We'll see what direction he goes, because that could also play a pretty big factor. Zealot now pushing out, and as soon as he sees this SEV, you're going to see him switch that. Going to see him switch up that build fairly quickly, and we'll see if he goes clockwise or counterclockwise. That could also be, and so things really going in Demonologist's favor. It looks like he's going to go for a counterclockwise scout, so he's going to come across. The base much sooner, and that probe scout, basically the second to last scouting spot is where he's coming across, and he's going to have 3 zealots, which aren't going to be a complete waste, but essentially aren't going to be as effective as they were otherwise. I can tell you that Racquetball would have much rather spent his resources differently. Now getting gas up, and now I'm sure he's going crap going up against a Terran. Rather than something else. That probe pushing into that bottom right corner, looks like just a single Marine and a factory going up for Demonologist, and it looks like he's thinking about doing a 2-factory push here. In fact, doing a 2-factory push, he's got that second factory down. I know, he mentioned this in the dual commentaries. He was saying, again, I didn't know what builds to do on this map. I didn't know a lot of builds, so I just kind of went with what I thought I could get an early advantage off of, and he will have a pretty sizable advantage early if these zealots decide to suicide in. Looks like he's got that SCV scout here in the background. Still no, sorry, there's the cybernetics core there for Racquetball. We'll see if Racquetball can fight this off. In the meantime, 3 Marines on that front door as well as an SCV. So these zealots pushing up. Looks like they're going to back off now, though, seeing that blockade. These zealots could assist a little bit with that 2-factory push. Keep in mind, when you're going up against, when you're doing a 2-factory, you usually want to be facing more a Dragoon force and try to pin them in with mines, things like that, depending on your unit composition using that tank. If you're producing tanks or again mines, if it's just vultures work very well against zealots. Additional zealots pouring out, so it looks like it's going to be a grouping of 6 zealots. So actually, it looks like he's going to go for a front door crack. Wow, he's going to go try to bust this front door and hope that Demonologist didn't have enough up alongside. They're getting a little bit bugged out there for a second, but it looks like all of them going to push up on that supply depot. But there's already 2 SCVs in position to help mine this. One of the zealots going to get taken out. Looks like that supply depot might go down. In fact, it does go down. So front door opened up a little bit. So at least those mines going to be taken out. So this is going to be disrupted somewhat, and also the supply being severely disrupted for Demonologist. So even though that attack failed somewhat, he was able to take out 2 Marines. Was more significantly able to take down that supply depot, which is really going to disrupt this rush. So really key there, and this Vulture going to get some free kills, though, chasing this. Actually looks like that first Dragoon popping out, going to be able to take out that Vulture now. Still able, might get another Dragoon. Nope, able to get another Zealot kill. But that's really going to disrupt this push here. Really going to disrupt that push, that difference in supply cap. And that SCV is actually still back in the base. Third gateway going down. I think he knows he's going up against a two factory push, getting that range upgrade as well. Putting down a fourth gateway. So really gonna be able to squelch this pretty well, I would say. Another factory going down for Demonologist, also researching mines here. Going to take another shot at this. Dragoon's pushing up on that front door to try to open it up once again, but now a little bit of a surprise. It's like, surprise, I have more units than you do at this stage, and going to run forward and try to pin those Dragoons back and try to trap them in, trying to pick away at that Zealot as well. That Zealot is going to be picked off, but it looks like the rest of those Dragoons going to be able to get out with their life. That SCV going to be killed as it's coming back, though. 4 Dragoons now running up, and it looks like they're going to get able to pick off that Vulture, probably going to be able to pick off the Marines. Looks like one of the Dragoons was taken out. Second Marine going to be, that Marine's basically dead as soon as those Dragoons decide to go after it. An SCV up to, actually no, I take it back. SCV manages to run up, repair that tank, and the Marine escapes with his life. Mines being set down on the secondary, though, and now we're seeing some hidden tech, a Citadel of Adun, probably a Templar Archives alongside. So Racquetball going back to his standard game, which we saw him do, I believe, against Megapoly as well, who, keep in mind, was also Terran, going to do some mine clearing and Dark Templar combination effect. Use those Zealots to try to clear those mines and then try to push those Dark Templar in behind it. We'll see if Demonologist will have the detection, basically both the passive and aggressive detection. Aggressive detection, of course, being a little bit... Comset can be used in a defensive manner, but you can also comset in the field to pick the Dark Templar out, push forward those mines, though, just set. You can't really move them after they're set. Dragoon's pushing up to try to stop play a little bit of map control, stop a little bit of the progress. Each of these Vultures have taken a little bit of damage, but one finally killed, another one severely damaged. And Demonologist able to take out one of the Dragoons. More Dragoons coming up to support, and it looks like another Vulture picked off. And it looks like Demonologist getting a little bit spread out here, and the reinforcements coming back very well here. And now I think he's going to be able to come back up and kind of push this attack off. Able to kill a lot of SCVs, able to kill both that Marine, and actually not able to kill that Marine, able to kill that Vulture, though. And now Demonologist is going to have to hold up. Let's see if that single Zealot is going to push across the field. Avoiding that first mine, let's see, this could be disastrous actually if they set off that mine right now. Able to move up and actually stop that second mine, but now he's going to push up with a little bit larger of an attack force. He's got a good supply advantage. One Zealot getting taken out as well as a Dragoon taking some damage on that front door, taken out fairly quickly there. And those mines just really what Demonologist is trying to do is, again, establish this mine wall so he can get kind of a nice little ball behind this and then take his secondary. Where keep in mind what Racquetball is up to is he just wants to do as much mine clearing as possible to open the way for his Dark Templar, and he's been very... mines going off. Might go off on those tanks. Did in fact go off on those tanks. This is really going to disrupt Demonologist once again. So these mines really aren't going to play that big an advantage. Now setting up a secondary minefield. Templar Archives is up, and wow, an expansion going up upper right-hand corner, completely depending on holding the middle of the map at this stage. Dark Templar now being produced, and we'll see how many mines can be. I think that was I just missed another Zealot running up and doing a little bit more mine clearing. Siege Tech has been upgraded at this stage, which will definitely help as far as the anti-mine game goes, but he can still send in those Dark Templar piecemeal, and that Dragoon's going to get absolutely squashed in the meantime. Let's see if Demonologist takes an expansion at this stage. It doesn't look like... I don't see him taking an expansion at this stage. He does have... It looks like 4 factories pumping, adding a second machine shop, going to get a little more tank heavy at this stage. It looks like a single idle SCV that's not too big, and really pumping the SCVs at this stage, now canceling those. And bringing up that attack force, and we'll see if he just decides to establish map control. A couple Vultures. Ooh, and it's fortunate those Vultures didn't go to the upper right-hand corner. Dark Templar actually just crossing the Dark Templar. Dark Templar have been revealed at this stage, and looks like... oh man, no detection though to speak of as far as aggressive detection, like I was saying, versus passive detection. Looks like these Vultures are going to be able to get in the back of Racquetball's base, able to set a mine there. Probe's able to kill that last Vulture. Looks like that... Dark Templar are able to kind of scoot around. There's another mine being set right on the edge there, and mine going off and killing some probes, interestingly enough. That's odd. That's the first time I've seen that, probe kill via mines through the minefield. But Dark Templar starting to push up. Zealot still pressing up the middle of the map, getting taken out by those Vultures. A lot of mines have been planted, and this is going to give some time. At the very least, it's going to give some time to get that academy up and get that comsat up for Demonologist. But this upper right-hand base has been established. So a little bit of a... A lot of mines taken out just by that single Dark Templar and another Zealot coming up alongside. Keep in mind I'm not sure what happened to those tanks, actually. I think those tanks got killed in that last push, or maybe brought back. Looks like they were drawn back in. If they were still at that siege position, these vultures wouldn't be in a position to really stop this, but a lot of mines being cleared, and these vultures almost getting taken out